everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed below, and you do that right by hitting the subscribe button. Hit that bell and you'll get notified immediately. Or you can basically watch me on my Facebook group or my Facebook page. Hello, Christina. So this is one of my live presentations that I do, and I truly do appreciate every time that somebody does join me. Basically, I do talk to different people as we go along. If you don't like that, watch it on the replay, and then you can scoot on by that part. But I do talk to them all throughout the video because I love their input. And it truly warms my heart that people do come in and watch me when I'm live. So this is Thursday. This is part of my Now What series. This is where I pick something from the catalogs that you may have in your stash, or you may not have in your stash, and it might be something that you're looking at. I had said a couple weeks back that I was going to do a bit of a series on the color coach, and I'm going to do that again tonight. So let's go to the desktop here, and this is the color coach. This is all part of the online exclusives with Stampin' Up! So all you need to do is, if you're interested, you go shop now and you get the color coach. All of us demonstrators that actually went to on stage at the beginning of the year got one of these, but ours were a little bit different because they included the in colors. These are just the core colors, and on the back it has the neutral colors on there as well. But the thing that is really neat is that you can go and get monochromatic, and you can dial this wheel, and this will show you your monochromatic colors. You can also get complementary colors, which are the side-by-side ones. And you can also get analogous ones, and then you can also get the triadic ones. Now, triadic is very similar to your complementary colors, where they're at opposite sides on the color on your color chart. So that's red, blue, and yellow, right? So, but triadic really goes well when you go and you look at this and you want to know what Stampin' Up! Colors are there. So this was an interesting one. Let's see, I wanted to go with Blueberry Bushel, and triadic you would go along here, and then it would go to Petal Pink, would work there, and also like Old Olive, or kind of a toss-up between the Granny Apple Green. So I want to show you what those colors look like together. We're not using those colors, but that is the color. And like I say, there's blue, green, and a yellow, a pink sort of thing, because that kind of goes along there with your complementary colors. But I decided, I picked one of my favorite colors, and I used Coastal Cabana. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is awful. I can't even talk. Anyways, I used Coastal Cabana, and I used, so on the triadic side, then I went over here and Melon Mambo. So you have Coastal Cabana, Melon Mambo, and then the third color is Daffodil Delight. To my surprise, they were amazing colors. So take a look. This is the color chart. This is so springy and everything else. So I thought these are the colors that I'm actually going to work with on this particular thing today to show you the trimatic colors using this color coach. So one thing, it's really good because it tells you what colors go together. The other one I was thinking of using was this Azure Afternoon, Poppy Parade, and Very Vanilla. I had issues with that one, but then if I moved it over and used Balmy Blue, Real Red, and Lemon Lolly, it worked well together as well. All right, so let's just put that off to the side. But these are the colors I'm going to use. So this is Melon Mambo. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to turn around and score that into the mountain. And scoring into the mountain is that lump. You're going to score in that way. And I always say score in the way that you don't think it should be scored. And honestly, that's kind of a rule of thumb, right? All right, and I just used my bone folder to do that. Now, I kind of thought that, and I'll just bring this in, this is the Daffodil Delight. And yes, it does work quite well with this. But what I did was I used the Brights Designer Series paper, and I took the ones with the dots. And it's pretty hard to see, or I have issues seeing it. Yes, it's good to see some different combinations, Pam, that's for sure. So I thought that would be kind of nice on there. So that's a 4 by 5 1/4, and then this piece is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Now this is the Coastal Cabana, and I ran it through that eyelet embossing folder. I thought that would be kind of nice. It kind of adds a little bit to it. But see what beautiful colors together, right? So I don't know if I'm going to put these on here yet, but I wanted to also use this Pretty Pettals. This happens to be one of the stamp sets that we're using for the Your Creativity Awaits for December. So every month do a different stamp set and bundle kind of, and it goes to a Your Creativity Awaits. And you get 6 different cards. You get 2 fancy folds or fun folds, and then 4 regular cards. Using this stamp set, and then the dies are like an add-on. So it's a photopolymer stamp set, and so we're going to come in with some white, and I have a tip. Sometimes this is really, really hard to line up, and with this tip, oh my goodness, where did my stamp set go? Oh, there it is. I have a way to cut this out, because this is it's kind of funny. These go upside down. So when you're putting the flowers on, they don't go upside down. They go up like this. But I'm going to show you a really easy way to line this up. So I'm using the same colors again. I'm using my Melon Mambo, my Daffodil Delight, and my Coastal Cabana. Like I say, these are triad colors. So they're like complementary colors. And I'm going to stamp the leaves in Coastal Cabana. Now, I probably should have inked this one up, but I didn't. Oh, Sharon, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to do a series. This is my second one. But I didn't want to do them bang, bang, bang all together. So, be a couple of weeks, and then I'll do another part on the color wheel. Color wheel is... It's basically, it's basic knowledge of color, but it's so nice that you can use them. Now, we did monochromatic, and I can't even remember what colors I used. Oh, you know what? I didn't do monochromatic, or did I? I used Granny Apple Green, Old Olive, and Mossy Meadow. That's right, I did. All right, so this is Triadic. Now see how I stamped that and we have all these images there? Now what I want to do is I want to take my dies, which is this one here, and I am going to go ahead and cut that out. I am telling you, this is the easiest way to get these lined up, because you can line up the green, and if you stamp your petals on here, what happens is, if you haven't got the petals in the right spot, you go, ooh, this is so hard to line up. So I've gone ahead and done that. So it's just like this. See how it's all set up there? And then I'm going to come in with my petals, and I'm going to use the Melon Mambo. And these are the, whoops, that's not the petals. These are the petals right here. So when you go to put these on, these petals go down. They go... Like I say, they go like this, and this is how it lines up. And unfortunately, they put it on upside down, so it really kind of, hello, Nancy, it kind of mucks you up. So I'm just going to come in with my Melon Mambo. I did re-ink this, so I'm hoping it's not going to be, oh, look, there's something in there. I got to take that off. All right, so let's get that inked up. Now this is also a distinctive stamp. So let me show you. When you go in here, you want to line up this piece and this piece goes in there. By doing it this way, you have the little ones that you're just going to go and line those up. So you're going to line them up with this part here, with all the little parts. And by doing that, trust me, you're going to love this stamp set. So there we go there. That's the lineup. And it is a distinctive stamp set. Now a lot of, so we have that. I didn't go and use any yellow stamping. So then let's go ahead and start looking at putting this onto the card. So we have this like this. Oh, and you know what? I think what would be really good. Oh, and I want to show you, because I did go ahead and stamp this. Look at the Costa Cabana with the Daffodil Delight. So we could do it this way as well. We could, so I could do this. I brought this in, this Spotlight on Nature, and brought in that color. I thought the yellow was just a little too bright, but I can work with the Melon Mambo on there and see how that looks. It looks just amazing on there. Okay, so I think we're going to have to pop that up. So let's come in with our honestly, Pam, it's the best way to line this up. Now this Pretty Pettals is also an online exclusive. So if you are having issues with knowing where to find these things, the best thing to do is, and you want to look at online exclusives, is you go shop by product, and it'll work quite well. So I'm just going to put that right onto there. I used dimensionals. And then I can put this on here. Now I'm thinking I want ribbon, because you know I love to use ribbon. And this frayed ribbon is about the only thing that I figured I could use on there. So you know what? I think I'm going to put this onto here. So let's go ahead and put that on there. Excuse me. And we'll just put this onto the Daffodil Delight Designer Series paper. You always get some great, with the designs and with the different colors, it looks amazing. Now this is white. This white is going to come in and also help with the white that's also on the stamped image as well. So when I go to put my ribbon on, I use tear and tape. You're not going to see a lot of this, but I think it's going to just sort of finish it off. And I'm going to come in and let's take that off. So I'm just going to burnish that down. And yeah, the color wheel, like I say, is, well, it's not a color, well, it is a color wheel, but they call it a color coach. Now this is the white frayed ribbon, so I'm just going to come and put that in there. I just think, boy, you can tell I'm thinking spring already, right? I'm not looking forward to our winter. I think it's going to be a tough one this year. Okay, so like this, like I say, I could have gone and put this on here, but I'm going to use the Melon Mambo. And you know what? I don't know if it's the light that makes this look so bright. So we're just going to do it like that. And you know what? I think I'm going to do a faux bow on it. Off to one side. And it's frayed. So I'm thinking to myself, why don't I just fray it just a bit more? Or cut it and see what we can do with this. I don't know if this is going to work, but I think it's a little bit too too wide. Okay, so when I'm cutting something like this, I'm just taking my tear and tape and I'm just going to put the tear and tape on there just so that I've got something to hold on to it. If you've got another person in your crafting space, that would work as well, but all right. And we'll just cut that. And then at that point, what I can do is I can just use that here. Let's just go and put that on there. Yes, Christina, I totally agree with you. Now, is this spring? Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? So this is going to come here. Let's see. All we want to do is just have that kind of come out and just give a bit of something. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on with dimensionals on here as well. So what other things in your studio or your crafting space would you like to see demonstrated? I mean, there's so much new stuff coming, and I think the online exclusives, we don't see too much about those. So there's some amazing online exclusives, that's for sure. I love this one. Okay, so this will go here. And then we can put this right onto, whoops. Oh, and usually what I do when I do put that on there is I do reinforce this. So let's just put that on and reinforce it. Now, I'm thinking that I also need we need a sentiment. And you know me, I probably would sit there and we will put some, just got to get something out here. Now, what do we want as a sentiment? Do we want like a congratulations? Let's see. Happy birthday. I want something with a little bit of oomph to it. Oh, I know which ones I really like. It's sincere. Oh, this one is kind of neat. Crafted with you in mind. I love this one. This one's another it's another online exclusive. There's also this hay one, which is isn't that funny? I can't find these. That is, what would you like to see on there as a sentiment? It's hard. No, that's too big. I'm just gonna saying hey. This one is one that's in the annual catalog. I'm glad you exist. Congrats, thanks. You know what? I think I'll do that. Let's do a, you can do this, let's do congrats. That's a nice big congrats. So we'll just come there and just turn that over and let it, and we'll just put that on there. And you know what? I could do it just in white. So I actually have some white strips. So I'm going to use my Melon Mambo on here. And this is also a photopolymer. Birthday, yeah. Thinking of you, that's a good one too. Is there any thinking of you there? I love you, thanks, congrats, good looking, you can do this. Yep, any of those would be good. I'm going to come in and just use this congrats. It's always people on my team that do some amazing things, so congrats is always a good thing to have. And then I don't have to emboss it too, right? So let's just go, and I'm going to put the congrats on the card, on the thing right there. And I'm actually going to pop it up more. there, and we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals as well, because I like dimensionals. Yes, great. Any of those would be great ones on there as well. Congrats. And then this can go right onto here. But remember that tip to stamp that first, because really, I did line it up, and it's funny because it worked okay lining it up, and I think that was beginner's luck, because when I tried doing it yesterday, it didn't work very well. So it definitely works better to put the outline of the leaves on there. Okay, and then I have something to go on the inside. We have a piece of white, and this has a really nice sort of thing right here, and I'm going to come in with that and use it with, let's see, the Coastal Cabana. I do miss my Bermuda Bay. What about you guys? Do you miss a certain color? I really do. I'm just going to put that there, and then there's 2 of these flowers. And they're going to go like this. I think they go here. Okay, so I'm going to have to kind of stamp them off of the paper. Let's ink that up, and I'm just going to put some paper underneath this so that I don't stamp on there. And then they just go, they go this way. Let's try them that way. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. And we'll just put this on the inside. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Oops. Not very straight. Here we go. Have that like that. Pretty simple card, right? But now what we want to do is put some embellishments on there. Now, there are a lot of different ones that we could use. But something that is current are these foiled ones here. And these are the Regal back foil. And this is actually Berry Burst on here. But I think the Berry Burst, these ones would work just fine. Whoops, fine on there. They're quite small. See, they'll work really good on there. So I'm just going to go ahead. And this might be the instance when you put on 5. Or you can actually put them together. But you know what? I'm going to do 5. These are going to retire pretty quick, I think. No, these are in the annual catalog, aren't they? All right, so there we go. That is using Triadic colors from the color wheel. So let's look at that color wheel again. And so I went to Coastal Cabana, and right across from there is Daffodil Delight, and then Melon Mambo. If we had used Pool Party, ooh, that's a little different. Let's try Balmy Blue. Would be Real Red, Balmy Blue, and Berry Vanilla. And then if we wanted to go even like to Highland Heather, Soft Sea Foam, and Pumpkin Pie. Well, different, right? But play with the color coach, because it's really kind of neat, because it helps you put color combinations together, and ones that you may never ever even really think of. And like I say, this is the Pretty Pettals, and I'm using that for my card class for December card class, and I think it's such a pretty stamp set. And there we go, just on the inside as well. All right. Yes, it needed, because it's so small. I find with those really, really small embellishments that you do normally need 5 of them, that's for sure. All right, you guys. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. If you have any questions at all, reach out. I do appreciate that. Leave a comment. And if you live in Canada, well, it doesn't matter where you live. Don't forget about the seasonal sale. That's where you save 10% on paper, blends, and ink pads. You get an extra 10% on your bundles, and you can save 20% on designer series paper. So that's a great deal. And if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Yes. So Saturday, it's my card sketch, and silly me decided to go in a craft fair. Like, I have nothing else to do. So I am going to do my my card sketch earlier. I'll probably do it between 9 or 9:30. I'll figure that out, and I'll post it in my group. And the only reason being for that is I get to set up at 10 o'clock. We don't go till 1 till 4. And honestly, all I'm doing is I'm selling my glue containers. I'm selling cards dirt cheap. And I have over 500 cards there, and I haven't even touched any of the other ones here. And then kits and scrapbooking kits. So I hope to see you if you do live locally. All right, you guys, remember to grate. It's great for the soul, and we will see you on Saturday, probably about